morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Friday the 4th of September. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, we're looking at the hourly candlesticks here. Slightly bullish start to the morning after yesterday's sell-off. Going to need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 10.541, however, to support a run at the first major resistance level, so it's at 11.090. Barring an extended crypto rally on the day, expect resistance at 11,000 and that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Bitcoin test resistance at 11,500 before any pullback. Failure to move through the pivot would bring sub 10,000s back into play and the first major support level sitting at 9620. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 9,500s and the second major support level sitting at 9071. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a widening of the bearish histograms, supportive of another pullback through the morning, and we're seeing the 50 EMA pull back from the 100 and the 200, suggestive of another bearish day ahead. So key through the morning would be to move through that pivot level at 10.541 and break back through to 11,000 levels to prevent another sell-off. Moving across to EOS against the US dollar, also a slightly bullish start to the morning here, up more than 2%. Going to need to see EOS move through the pivot that's sitting at 2.7549 to support a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 3.0268. Going to need to extended crypto rally on the day, however, for EOS to break back through to 3.0 levels. So barring broad-based crypto rally on the day, expect resistance at 3 to pin EOS back. In the event of a breakout, could see EOS target 320s, but yesterday's high at 3.1635 would likely limit any upside. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 2.3463 into play. Barring an extended crypto sell-off on the day, should avoid second major support level sitting at 2.0744. Looking at the MACDs, got a bearish crossover there yesterday that led to that late pullback, and we're seeing a widening of the bearish histograms here at the start of the day, suggestive of another pullback. Looking at the EMAs, we've got a similar trend here. We're seeing the 50 pull away from that 100 and the 200, suggestive of a bearish day ahead. So key through the morning would be a move through the pivot at 2.7549 through to 2.8 levels to then target that first major resistance level. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 401.29 to support a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 432.58. Going to need to see a broad-based extended crypto rally on the day, however, for Ethereum to break back through to 400 levels. Expect plenty of resistance there. So barring an extended crypto rally on the day, that 400 would likely leave that first major resistance level out of play on the day. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the 38.2% fib at 367 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Ethereum avoid sub 360s. Second major support level sitting at 320.29, but we've got that first major support level sitting at 351.58 that shouldn't come into play. Looking at the MACDs, got a slight narrowing of bearish histograms. However, looking at the EMA, we've got that 50 looking to cross over the 200 that would support another pullback on the day. So key through the morning, a move back through to 400 to then target 420s and then that first major resistance level. A fall through that 38.2% fib at 367 and then expect sub 360s to come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning here. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP break through the pivot at 0.2527 to support a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 0.2684. Going to need to see an extended crypto rally on the day, however, for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.26 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect resistance at 0.26 to leave Ripple's XRP short of that first major resistance level. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 0.2289 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid the second major support level sitting at 0.2133. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bearish histogram suggestive of a pullback through the morning, and we're seeing the 50 EMA pull back from the 100 and the 200, also suggestive of a bearish day ahead. So key through the morning, a move through the pivot level at 25.27 to then target that first major resistance level. A breakthrough to 0.26 levels will be needed, however, to deliver upside on the day.